of the yard. It landed with a smash on the ground. The man stopped and looked over in the direction of the noise. He turned away from my back door and ducked down. He waited a few seconds and then slowly started towards the noise. I looked over and saw the shovel I had used to dig the fire pit. Thankfully, I was just irresponsible enough to have kept it out. I slowly started moving back towards the tent at the same time the man was walking towards the broken lantern. I knew I didn't have a lot of time and I had to grab the shovel and hide before he realized it was just a lantern and not a person. Before he knew that he was being watched too. I was as quiet as I've ever been. My eyes moving back from the shovel to the man. I took shallow breaths and kept moving. As soon as I grabbed the shovel, I ducked down and made my way to the back of the house. I hid along the wall, doing my best to blend along with the shadows. The man got to the fence line and picked up the broken lantern. He turned and headed back towards the tent. I was stunned at how fast he moved. In a few strides, he stood outside the back of the tent. I saw him raise the knife and then slice along the fabric. I could hear it tear from where I was sitting. Then, with violence I have not ever witnessed since, he stabbed down violently into my sleeping bag. Again and again. He was focused on making whoever was in that tent pay. My legs felt like jello, my mouth was dry and I could barely catch my breath, but I knew I had to do something and my window for action was closing. If I didn't get him now while he was distracted, I was never going to get him. As quickly and quietly as a deer, I ran towards him with a shovel above my head. As soon as I came within striking distance, I slammed the shovel down on his head. The man stumbled back and clutched his head. I raised it to strike again, but he scrambled out of reach. I yelled as loud as my voice could go. I kept yelling. Behind me, the lights to my parents' room snapped on. So did the neighbors. All of them, I think. The man got up, dropped his knife, and ran, hitting the gate and stumbling as he ran away. My parents came rushing out and I dropped into their arms in tears. I never hugged them tighter in my life. The police came and took a report, roped off the scene, and took evidence. I learned later that a few people had been stabbed to death a few towns over and this was probably the same person. It didn't make me feel any better. Nothing ever came from the police report. They never found the guy. My parents installed security cameras and our camping trips dropped down to zero. I've had a lot of counseling over the years and I've even gone camping from time to time, never managed to do any off-the-grid camping. I had a strange request from my parents. I wanted his knife. I knew it was evidence and I might not ever get to see it, but I had to ask. The police said they needed to hold onto it, but about 5 years later, they closed the case and gave it to me. I have it still, a memento of the bravest thing I've ever done. I've moved on from that town and tried to leave everything in the past. Every once in a while, I get a tickle down my spine like someone is watching me. It's probably PTSD, but sometimes I wonder. I always look for footprints in the soil outside my house. So far, I haven't seen any. But last night, when I let my dog out into the backyard, I swear I heard someone jump over my fence.